You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they grow slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up. In the name of love, I'm not giving up. Get on you. In the name of love.
It stopped playing on my end.
Did it? Didn't stop playing on my end.
Yeah, I can see
Good.
that you're dancing.
Good morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Wednesday. I feel like I've done so much this morning already.
I know.
You
Usually
feel
it's the first thing I do. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, this is not the first thing I'm doing today.
feels like the middle of the day for us, doesn't it? We've just delivered a training session inside the NABA Client Challenge this morning, and it's now 10:30 and it feels like midday. Welcome to the Rebellious Business Show. My name's Cornelia. This is Caroline, and we run this thing every Wednesday 10:30 to bring you midweek pick me up, unpack some random stuff, answer some questions, and just basically have a good old rebellion. That's what we're up to. How are you doing, Caroline? How are things?
Right? I'm so good. I'm just sharing this to my profile.
Oh, we need to set your profile up in Restream so it just does it. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know. So many things I need to do with my profile. Well, I'm still a bartender in Canterbury, according to Facebook, and I went to the University of Stupid.
So Caroline has been feeling the pressure lately. She really needs to do up her social media accounts because
I do. We should talk about
outdated.
No one's going to want to work with me. They're just going to hire me into their bar. I'm taking on a bar job, guys. Do you want to hire me as a bartender? I'm on the prowl. I actually do love bartending work. I often think if I should just get one because it's so much fun. And then I realize I'm too busy. So
Yeah, I'm too busy for that. Ain't nobody, and in bed by 9 p.m. as well. Like, too busy and go to bed too early.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't have the same energy that I used to have. I love bartending though. It was my favorite job, except being this business owner. I loved bartending. Sorry. So how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. If you're here with us live, please let us know, and let's turn this into a networking thread. Talk about your business in the comments. Let us know, what is it that you do? What are you currently working on? Maybe you've got a lead magnet you want to share. We'll let you in the thread of this. Just feel free. Give yourself a little plug. Let everybody know what it is that you do. Well, we're going to start, as per usual, with some Rebel news. The QR code, by the way, at the bottom right-hand corner of this screen, it takes you to the hub, which is our little community that's £5 a month that you can come and join in terms of networking with the Rebels and getting on our directory, accessing the Rebels, and also some other networking resources that are going to really bolster your networking with us at Rebellious Business. So news this week is that we have launched the NABA Client Challenge and we're running it right now and it's going really well. I'm really happy with it.
Oh, I love it.
Are you happy with it?
I'm happy with it.
Yeah. So we really preach that you need to build as you fly in business. Like, you need to just get something out there and then work on it live. And that's what we do. Like, we really do practice what we preach, and we get some stuff out there and we just work on it live. And that's what we did with the NABA Client Challenge, is that we worked on it for like 18 months until we got it to this place. And where we are with it now is that every single month we're launching a new challenge. So it's a membership that we have for our clients where we hold them accountable to do the most important task in business, which is money producing activities. And so we have a specific, straightforward and easy to implement strategy that we're giving them every single month. And every month it's going to be a different one. So this month we have been teaching the anti-discovery call, which is really fun. Like, so we've got two ladies here that are on the challenge with us. Good to see you again, Nicola. Good to see you, Marion. Welcome. But yeah, so that is a thing. And so next month, we've got another challenge launching. You can currently get on the wait list for the next one. Doors are closed, you can't get in, but you will be able to get on the wait list for the next one. Caroline, what's your favourite thing about it?
I like that we've, I don't know, I like that we've just done it up and it's now like fresh content each month. Yeah, like it's the thing I want, like on a personal level, it's just the thing I want to scale. Like,
yes, so exciting.
And it's like, I've always loved what we've done, but I've always been like, I'm so close. You know, I've always had this, it's so close. And it wasn't as close as I thought it was because I thought that 18 months ago. But, you know, I think in business terms, that's actually not that long. Like I was thinking this the other day, like when I'm going to tell the story and I was like, you know, we spent 18 months or nearly 2 years. It was 21 months, wasn't it? In sort of like testing this, developing it, starting it, launching it. If you'd have told me that it was going to take us that long when we first started, I would have been like, I'm out. Like, I don't want to do that. I thought, right, boom, it's going to be perfect on round one. But looking back, I'm like, it wasn't actually that long to like refine it, get it to this level. So for me,
it was amazing though. Like, it was great from day one. Like, I was really impressed with it. But
yeah, same.
Better now.
yeah, same. Well, it was like from running it, we saw that it needed variety.
Yeah,
we needed variety, and we needed a couple of shifts. And so, but it took us a long time to implement that because it takes a long time to implement things. It wasn't even a long time. Just for me, it's a long time. You know, I feel like you hear about business plans. They're like a 5-year business plan. So I feel like we're well on track. But
yeah, we definitely are well on track. But yeah, it feels like the final form of what we're doing. I've said that so many times though.
I don't think it's the final form. There's no way it's the final form. But it's the I don't think there's no rebuilding that needs to be done. Yeah. I think everything else is now, I feel like we're finally in like scale mode. Like this is now time to scale. And that's what I love about it is that it's like, I'm happy to scale it. Like, that's what I want to scale. I feel like there's zero compromises. It's exactly what I want it to be. So that's what I love about it.
So excited. Such a great place to be. Have you got any shout outs this week?
I have got another shout out for Matt. Bless him. I do shout him out a lot. He ran his second network event and he got 14 attendees for his second network event. And I remember, like, I think your first network event was what, 16, 15, 16?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's.
But everyone was in lockdown at home with nothing better to do as well. Like, it's so hard these days.
It's harder. Yeah, for sure.
Holding people's attention.
Yeah. Well, Matt got 14 on the network shortcut. It's really cool. And you know what as well, like working with Matt, it's like he's really sharpened and he's got you can see his values are really coming out into what he's doing, and he's actually quite passionate about it. I say that he's actually quite passionate about it. He is passionate about it, and so love that for Matt. He's got 14 people. And he's smashing it in the NABA Client Challenge. We'll see how his anti-discovery calls go.
Yeah. Nicola says, I seem to remember we filled the Zoom grid. We did. You were there, Nicola, on that very first event. I've used that screenshot from time to time, and I love that you were there. And you're still here with us now. It's bloody brilliant. That was like 5 years ago. It's mad. Could we give some context to like who Matt is, so that
Matt
those
Black.
Come on, who is Matt and what is this network?
He calls himself, he's like Matt Black, like the paint but less toxic. That's what he calls himself. I'm like, okay. I think that's what I've got his folder named as. It just made me laugh so much. What a great name, Matt Black. yeah, Matt Black, he runs the Network Shortcut, and that's on Mondays lunchtime. He's all about, right, I love this, he's all about bish bash bosh. Like he's like, let's get in there, let's get the leads, let's get out. Like no one's got time to be messing about. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I love that, that's your vibe. So Matt, should we get, like, what should we get, like a little
I've got a Facebook link for him. We'll pop his Facebook link. I can see that he's been promoting his networking event on there. So if you guys want to go check Matt out, that is his Facebook link. So you can go and do that. Also, one other shout out, all the rebels in NABA client this week. I have been so flipping impressed. I wish I could just go and get all their homework and show everyone, like a proud corky that I am. But yeah, so flipping proud. They have taken all the stuff that we've been, bearing in mind, we're teaching this for the first time this week. And so we haven't had time to we haven't been able to refine it or hone it. You know, if you teach something over and over and over again, you can refine it and hone it. Like, it's the first time, and they have nailed it so far. Really, really impressed and so excited to see what comes out of it. Caroline, did you want to have a look? We haven't looked. Should we see how much we've earned on Facebook?
Yeah, this should be like a little, this should be like a little, what's it called? A little ritual for us now. That's it, guys. We're influencers.
Oh, we're influencers now. Actually, we're going to be talking about being influencers. We're covering main character energy on the show today. So please, if you've got any opinions on main character energy, get them ready. We'd love to hear them.
And you know what it is.
And you know what it is? Like, it's a very Gen Z topic. Actually.
Oh, I am not Gen Z. I am.
No, exactly. We're going to be like a pair of old people, like, discussing a young person's topic. That's what's about to happen, ladies and gentlemen. That is what is about. That's what you're about to witness. My daughter is going to get the heebie-jeebies. Even hearing me say the word heebie-jeebies, I'm sure she's going to be writhing around. It's fine. She'll never see this. She will never see this. She doesn't do Facebook, so it's fine. Okay, so we have. So what happened last week? For those of you that weren't here last week. Did you hear that? Arlo just burped really loudly. If anybody heard that, you're welcome.
Silly me just said what main character energy is. Love that. Romanticize your life. Be whimsical. I could get on board with that. I can be whimsical.
Love to be a bit cartoon-like, you know, but a bit like whimsical.
I think we have different definitions of what whimsical means.
Oh, okay. Well,
Whimsy's like Mary Poppins and like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, let's be whimsical. Should we do the show but whimsical?
I don't know. I think I'd need to do a bit more research on what that looks like. Clearly, I've got it wrong somewhere. But yeah. So anyway, last week, for context, we shared that we've been monetized on Facebook for like 2 years. The most that we've ever earned from all the content we put out consistently, there's a lot of content we put out, was 1 cent. And they took it away. They gave us a cent and they took it away. So we stopped looking because it was really just really not that fun to have a look at the non-earnings we were creating. And it's just fun and just out of interest. Like, oh, this is a new part of marketing that we're new to. We're getting monetized on Facebook. Turns out Facebook are tight as. They're just tight. So there's like no point. Go to TikTok if you want to earn a living. But anyway, so recently Facebook have upped their monetization game. And I personally think that it's because they're trying to keep up with TikTok. So what's happened is that they've changed the way that they monetize. And it means that you actually get paid for loads of different things. So
we're smashing it this month. Oh my goodness.
Well, what happened off the back of that conversation last week, loads of the rebels gave us loads of stars, which turns out we didn't know about this, but 1 star equals 1 cent. So we earned a load of money from stars from the rebels. Guys, you officially gave us more money than Facebook has ever given us, and we've been monetized for ages.
yeah, for years. I'm looking at our monetization. I'm happy with this. I'm starting, like, Jin is coming off that top spot.
Is she?
Well, kind of.
So this is what so I shared the back end of our monetization so people can see what it looks like. Caroline gets a bit stressed. Look, approximate earnings so far, $5.67. But let me just make sure I've got the right date. I want to include today, and I want it to be like a month.
A month and a day.
A month and a day.
Period.
Yeah, that was nice. Let's include the day. Oh my God, look. The old hunky take off with nothing but your knickers on has earned us 5 cents.
About bloody time.
That's exciting.
I know. And look at my story. I got 4 cents from that. So between us, we earned more than gin. Right, I'm doing another story.
I love this. It's like the only time you're motivated is when we're talking about it live on the show to actually create the content.
No,
The Rebellious Business Show. Look, all those stars you gave us last week, we earned $2.99. Thanks, guys. That was amazing.
I bet they're like, are you joking? I gave you like 50 quid. How have you only got $3?
I know, we got like 700 stars. And Facebook are tight, I'm telling you.
I've got them in the background.
But yeah, so there we go. And we've gone up to 81 cents. So we are going to use all of that money to put on a Rebel Ball and invite you all. And we're going to go dancing and have a free bar all night one day. We'd probably be in our 80s by the time we get there. But that's what we're going to do.
Back on the show. Right, there we go. Getting us another 4 cents.
Well done, Caroline. Thanks.
Pause for a second. I am busy. Mate, one day, shall I actually put like a little thing that holds people's attention on the show, showing behind the scenes of our Facebook earnings and monetization?
Because you think it will earn money, it probably won't. So it tends to be how it works with Facebook monetization.
Rebellious Business Show revealing behind scenes top secret behind scenes monetization results.
There we go. We've all officially watched Caroline's copywriting process. That's how it works.
That's it. Just lie. Lie. Top secret monetization results. Now shall I have like a little sticker or something? Can I give an out? Like I'm intrigued, right? Will this make us earn? If this makes us earn 7 cents, I feel like I'm onto a formula. I love a formula.
I don't know. I'm clueless. Look, a story that I shared of Jin coming to visit me is still the top performing post at 7 cents. I have no idea what works and what doesn't. It makes no sense to me. I don't think any of the stuff I've posted has earned anything. So don't ask me.
Okay. Oh no, I can't. What's the link?
Marion. Marion is going to be the tarot reader for our ball. Marion,
yes,
we're going to book you. We might need to add another 5 years onto this plan to earn the money from Facebook monetization to be able to afford you. But do you know what? We'll factor it in 5 years later, guys. Sorry, but it's going to be worth it because Marion is going to be the tarot reader. Another thing that happened last week on the show is that me and Caroline got ourselves all psyched up again to start bullet journal. Did anybody start bullet journaling off the back of last week's show? If you did, let me know because I would love that. But yeah, that was I was supposed to write a post about this between last week and now that we both started bullet journaling again. But we did, and we have, and it's bloody amazing. I don't know why I ever stopped.
Sorry, busy posting. So you hold the fort.
Nicola's earned $2.18 as of the 31st of August, and she's not even trying. Well, Nicola, you need to do a masterclass. That's what we need from you. A masterclass on how to do that, please.
Oh, I'm done, right? This is me. I feel Syra would be absolutely humiliated. I've made it all like shiny and flashy. Done. It's done.
Syra would be humiliated
because I've like discovered things in the app that make it do things. Okay. I'm so bad with that. All right, okay, fine.
Okay, so Caroline, if I said to you, what is main character energy? What would you answer?
Theatrical, show-stopping, like, look at me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, basically. So it turns out that this is actually a thing. It's a trend, and it's a thing that's being encouraged, and it's a very Gen Z topic. So we're going to sound really odd. And I don't really read articles or the news. I would love for those of you that are like read up on trending Gen Z topics. Like, if you've got any 2 cents on this, please drop them in the comments. We're educating ourselves here on a whole new thing. But it's really rebellious because the whole intention behind the name Rebellious was originally like, be the most outrageous, wildest version of yourself. I have noticed though lately, and represent your business as you after a lifetime of feeling like you needed to fit in. That's the full thing. I have noticed though, like lately, I had this question in my mind. I've been watching a few business owners that seem to post every single image as a picture of themselves, which is great. Like, I do that a lot. But sometimes I'm like, where's the line between that being a bit narcissistic and being a bit me orientated and being like building a personal brand? So when I discovered this topic, I had my ears pricked up and I was like, oh, this would be really fun to talk about and unpack on the show. Because it turns out that this main character energy is like a trending thing, mainly on TikTok, I believe, which I'm not on. A bit scared of getting on TikTok because my kids, my daughter's bullies are all on TikTok, and I'm like, oh my god, what if they find me and I just make it worse?
So glad that there wasn't TikTok when I was in school. Jeez Louise. Anyway.
Okay, so main character energy, the definition, it's the vibe of acting like you're the star of the movie and your life or business is the story that everyone's watching. Instead of playing a background role, you start owning your presence. You show up like you matter, like your choices shape the scene. It's confidence, it's visibility, it's that unbothered energy of I'm doing this my way and you're lucky to witness it. It started on TikTok as a fun, cheeky way for people, especially Gen Z, to romanticize their life, like walking to the shops with headphones in, pretending it's a movie montage. And now it's morphed into a mindset and it's creeping into how we do business. What do you think of that? Sounds very much like personal brand. Like, I think Gary Vaynerchuk was doing this in the 80s, wasn't he?
The 80s?
I don't know. Was he not? The 90s?
There's not really Facebook. I got a Facebook
back
in 2007.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Not the 80s. I was exaggerating. A long time ago, Gary Vaynerchuk he used to have people with camera crews following him around, creating all this personal brand content. Like, is it such a new thing? Is it such a new concept?
I don't think it's a new concept. It's just trending, right? Like,
yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm also like looking at the comments as well.
Yeah, but you need to be here with me because otherwise we haven't got a show.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Ask me a question in a full sentence. I'm not doing very good main character energy right now. I'm on the screen and looking like all over the place. I'm bad main character energy. You're also asking me questions. I don't think you're doing great. Wait, what? Main character energy? Like, tell me, give me a question in a full sentence.
Okay, so
yes, Marion. Sorry, I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
Okay, so this topic of main character energy, it's trending all over socials, especially TikTok, right? And in terms of the full sentence question that you want, like, what I was asking is like, is that a new thing, or is it just personal branding? Like, what's the difference?
Nah, I think should I say what I was going to say?
Yeah, go for it.
I think attention seeking has been around since the dawn of time.
Okay, fair. Attention seeking, because look, there has got to be a line, right? There really has got to be a line. Like, where is the line between personal brand and narcissism?
Yeah, I think that's it. And I don't know. I find this really hard because I get insecure if I talk too long, because I feel like I'm lecturing people, right? So even if I'm teaching whatever, I really hate when I'm talking too long, because I'm like, these are adults. They're business owners. Like, shut up, Caroline. Like, I'm trying to just share what I know, but I get really annoyed with myself because if I talk too long, because I just don't want to be condescending to someone. I really don't like pictures of myself all over the place, because I'm like, why is that relevant to anyone's life? It's just like now looking at the Meta Business Suite, I'm like, fuck, faces are the things that gives us the most money. So I'm like, oh, now I've got to put my face everywhere again. My bloody, this mug has got to be.
You don't like the idea of putting yourself forward, front and center.
No.
Like, does it make you cringe?
Yeah. Because I don't see value in my face, and I like my face, and my face is fine. Nothing wrong with my face. I've got my own issues, but that's beside the point. It's just that I don't see why it's important, like being there, and I kind of resent it. Like I would much rather, I should really be on Substack and just be writing articles. I don't know why I'm not.
Yeah, because it feels like vanity, right? So you're saying
like vanity, yeah. And I feel like if I gain anything from it, it's there's no talent. This sounds really mean because it's not true in every sense. But like for me, I don't want to be I don't want to be recognized for my face. I want to be recognized for my effort, for my work, for my ethics, for what I create. So I find it really hard if for any reason I gain any kind of notoriety just from pure exposure. I think that's what it is. I don't feel comfortable with exposure.
But the thing there is that, like, people, in order for you to be noted for those things, people need to know who you are and what your face looks like. Otherwise, you could be like Banksy.
I don't care about being well known, to be fair. Like, I don't care I don't care about any kind of credit. That doesn't bother me at all. I think, like, for me, exposure, and that maybe that's what I get, and maybe have some frustration around. Exposure for me, I know, is a really crucial part of growth of like your product, of whatever. But I feel like I just don't want it to be like that. I just want it to be the merit of the product itself, or the thing itself. It should be its own merit. I kind of want to be completely out of it. Like, I would quite happily be completely faceless. I don't know if that's entirely true. I like entertaining and I like performing. I just don't like exposure. How weird is that?
Okay, but that's you.
Yeah,
but then what do you think about it as like a general thing? So do you feel like this is turning into an interview where I'm like interviewing you? I don't mean it to be like that, but I'm just intrigued because I feel like this main character energy teeters on becoming a bit toxic if we're not careful. I feel like there's a line and there's a healthy area, and then there's a line and it can teeter on becoming a bit toxic. But I also feel like there's strategy in here when it comes to business.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
So like, it's strategic to be the face of your company, to build a personal brand so that you can build trust with people, right? That's the strategy side of it. The line between toxic and, healthy is, I would say, between like it being all about you and it being because you're representing your business so people can connect with you to help themselves. And I feel like this being all about me, like, can get toxic because that's where it starts to tread into it's not for the right reasons.
Yeah, like why, like me being, I don't know, like me being like having loads of pictures of myself. How does that support the business, right? Like, that's what it is. It's like, I would do it to support the business, but then I see personally, I see people where it seems to be very vanity based. And I almost feel like the business is an excuse for the pictures sometimes. It's like, it's not about the business, it's about you. But the fact you've got a business gives you something to post about. Sometimes that's what and maybe I'm just being judgmental, but sometimes I feel that is like the case.
Yeah.
But that being said, like, I've got a friend who is like an influencer, and do you know what? She's got main character energy, and I'm like, she's fierce. And I love her. And she is, it's all about her. But she's so hardworking and she is so dedicated, and it is actually her brand. So I guess, like, I'm like, yeah, that should all be about you. And I love her content, actually. So that is me being unfair. I guess I just think
there is a line though, and that's the thing. Like, and I think the line is authenticity and intentions. like, for instance, I put a lot of pictures out of me. Now, the reason why I do that is because I don't have, like, we need to get a shoot of me and you. It'd be so much like, when it comes to content creation, it's really difficult to create like content without the photo shoot or without those images. So those images, I find it's really easy for me to make the content with the right images from a shoot. That's just in terms of like the practicality of creating something. But then in terms of the reason why, like, we connect with faces.
Yeah, sure.
When people get on calls with us or they join us in our program, I want them to feel like they know us and we're building out this personal brand. But there's like a whole other debate in there of like, is it right to be the face of your company? Like, should you, because essentially with Rebellious, we are starting to remove that a little bit, and we could bring it to a fact of it being faceless one day if we wanted to sell it or whatever. That's a whole other conversation. But building a personal brand, especially at the beginning of your journey, like, you want to personify your business, right? And that's something that's really challenging to do without a person, believe it or not. Like, corporate companies, they really struggle to personify. They spend hundreds of thousands on marketing, branding, consulting and all that kind of stuff to try and all they're trying to do is make it feel human so that people can emotionally connect.
They're run by the lizard people. You'll never be humans.
But we've got a real kind of advantage, which is we can make it feel human because we are individuals running micro businesses. Like, it's so easy for us to do that. And so it makes sense. But yeah, I do know what you mean, though, because I do see some posts where it's like, oh, this feels very much where it's like all about you. And it does feel very vanity based.
Yeah. 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 And I also, I think there's people that buy followers. I'll look at someone and I'm like, you've got like tens of thousands of followers on your social media. And then I look at how many people are engaging and I'm like, what, 2 likes? Either your content's terrible, which I think it could be. I think it kind of is, or you've bought followers. And I think that's where it's toxic as well, because I think a lot of people measure themselves against other people. Like, I actually was thinking this the other day. I know a girl who's got 1 million followers, and I remember that happened so fast. And I know she does stuff. Like, I know she does things, right? To, like, she's relatively active in pursuing a career of sort of fame, I suppose. But I was thinking, I actually don't think she's got 1 million followers. I reckon a lot of them are bought. And I was like, that made me think, I was like, oh, I remember when I first looked at that stat a few years ago and I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I noticed over time, I was like, some people that I follow, all of a sudden they would jump up in these big numbers. And not to saying their growth doesn't change. Like, so for instance, my friend that I was talking to you about, her feed is all about her, and she's got proper main character energy. She's fabulous. I know she works really hard to grow her followers, and they have slowly grown. And sometimes she has these jumps, but like, she's got very engaged. Like, her posts are super, super engaged. And if anyone's interested, my friend is Curvy Roma. Such great content. I really encourage you to go follow her. And I can see, how many. And now it's going to like put me to shame, isn't it? Let's have a look. Like, her content is fabulous. And it's like, 1,793 likes. It's like, and she's got 78,000 followers. So I'm like, that's a good percentage, right? Whereas I'll see someone with 50,000 followers and 2 likes, and I'm like, I don't necessarily think that's true. And then you can also see that this content is all about them. There's not like this like there's not like a load of story. Don't get me started. I can say this in a Scottish accent as well. Like, don't get me started on buy it. No, I can't do that. I'm so sorry.
That was really good. I'm sorry, Marion, if you think it was awful. But I thought that was a great accent. But yeah, fake follow, like buying followers, buying leads. Also, as Jason says, there's also a lot of bot activity, a lot of bot followers. Do you know what though? Let's just like highlight one thing. We are in a business world. Like, we're very, the algorithm, the world that we live in, we have a very narrow view of the actual like full world. in terms of what we see and what we experience based on like where we're at in our lives. Like when you step out into like the wider scope of what's going on, like outside of business, generally like there are a lot of people using social media without the agenda of trying to run a business. And this is where I get baffled even more. I'm like, hang on a minute, you're posting millions of selfies for no purpose whatsoever. Like you're not trying to build a brand. Like you're not trying to sell something. You just and the girls these days on TikTok, oh my God, it's all like selfies and they're like and they do this with their hair. They like it's just it makes me go and my kids do this too, and they like take videos of themselves and it's all like moving their body like this to the music and this with their hair and all that, and I'm like, ew, this is gross. But there's a lot of people that are doing that. I mean, I remember dating this guy and his ex-wife, she just changed before his eyes during their marriage. And what happened was that she made this friend who was all into like TikTok and posting all this content, and she just started becoming very self-absorbed. She would be like always full face of makeup. She bought all the gear to take photos and videos with like the ring lights and all this kind of stuff. And I was saying to him, I was like, I see that all this stuff was there, and I'm like, what's all that for? He's like, oh, Instagram. I'm like, but for what purpose? Like what are you taking Instagram? What's she taking Instagram pictures of? Like herself? Yeah, but why? I don't know. Like, does she have a business? Like, is she trying to become?
It's validating to have people like your face. Like that is validating, right? You put your face out there, you get 50 likes. You're like, 50 people like my face. Like, where else in the world do you get that kind of validation? Like, hey, that's a good face.
Yeah, so that's where I get really confused, is where this main character energy comes in when there isn't a purpose for it. I get it for business, but business is like, build a personal brand. Like, it's flipping powerful, man. Do it. But like when it comes to just not having a business, that's where I'm like, okay, I'm confused now. I'm really confused. Like, why are we spending hours doing this? I just don't understand the purpose of it.
Yeah, I'm on board with you. I'm on board with you. And I've always liked this about you as well. It's like, yeah, you've never been at all interested in the attention side of social media. Like my personal Instagram, I think it's completely irrelevant, to be honest. I need to make it more business relevant, but it was more just like, it is just all about me and it's sharing stuff. But you know what? I've got 700 followers. No one cares about me except people.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though. Like it's like I keep saying this, like there is a line, like there is just a line. And I think sorry, I'm just like laughing at this. Corinne says personal people are broken, and I think that there are a lot of people out there that need to do some work on themselves, but so do I, right? I'm definitely a work in progress, but I do think there is a line, and I worry about how there are so many people over that line and where we're going with that, for sure. I've got some questions on this subject, because what I know about our rebels is that this is the thing that they're scared of looking like they are. Like, for instance, like this stepping over that line into, I just look like a self-absorbed, like narcissistic, like selfie junkie, is something that I know a lot of our rebels like really are trying to stay away from, and it does one thing: it makes them hide. It keeps them hidden. It stops them representing their business or putting themselves out there, because they're like, oh my God, what's everyone going to think of me? They're going to think that I've turned into one of these like self-absorbed, like what was it called, main character energy fueled like selfie junkies. And so, Caroline, do you want to help me answer these questions that I've got, that I think that some of our rebels will be asking about their business in relation to this specific topic?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Question number 1. I've been told to show up more online, but I hate being the center of attention. Is that just not for me?
Yes.
Should I pursue a career in blogging?
Get on Substack. Sorry, I just thought that was really fun. You got get over it, or find another platform.
I kind of look at it like
You're
this.
like, no one else has
Yeah, it's a bit like,
Caroline, try again. Okay,
I think we'll go home, people.
No, this is totally for you. You've got this. Like,
You can do this.
yeah, you could do this. It's just, you don't.
The way I like to explain this to people, I think like there is this fear of, for sure, like everything we've just been discussing, like stepping into that territory. But when you are like, if this is relevant to you, if you are running a business where you are delivering the product, like you either are the product or you're delivering the service, or you're selling you're going to be on sales calls. Like there is a need for people to build a relationship with you personally in order to actually achieve success with selling whatever it is that you're trying to sell, then this is for you. When you are offline, i.e. at a physical networking event or a conference or some kind of environment where you are mingling and work in the room and there's your ideal client present, when you're having those conversations, what's happening there is that person instantly in the first few seconds judges you on whether they like you or not. And they are building a relationship with you based on whether they connect with your character, whether they connect with what you're saying, whether they feel like you're for them. And so you have this conversation, and there'll be some people that you have a brief conversation with and then you don't have another one with. And there'll be some people that you just click with and you just become best friends. This is how me and Caroline met, right? We actually just fell in love, like something out of a Disney movie at a conference in Arizona, and just caused havoc for the whole week. And you meet people in life and you click with them or you don't. Now, if your business was a shop and you had people coming in to your shop, you would talk to them. And what's happening there is that, yes, there's your energy and there's that click or not click or whatever, but there's also your face, your body language, your tone of voice, your character, personality, quirks, and all the things that make you that are building that relationship. And the hard thing about online business is you've got to get all of that and you've got to stick it on a Facebook profile and hope it's just as effective as meeting someone in person. And that is why video, personal branding, photographs, and all that kind of stuff is really important for representing yourself or your business or your personal brand online, because you've got to try and give them that offline experience. Now, you would be comfortable in going and having these conversations offline. So now we've got to just try and get comfortable with doing the same thing, but putting it online. Does that make sense? Like, I find that sometimes when we compare it to that, it unlocks it for people and they go, oh yeah, because if I was to walk into a room, I wouldn't like cloak myself and hide. So why should I do that on Facebook? Well, let's have checking with some of the comments.
Jason sent us 50 stars, mate. We're gonna be so rich on our next show.
Thanks, Jason.
Updates. Yeah.
Going live on TikTok was tough when life got complicated, but sales did increase. I liked connecting with my customers. Exactly. There is nothing that's going to connect with them more than actually just getting in the trenches with them and connecting with them, right? You can't create impact and income if you intentionally keep yourself invisible. You can be faceless. I, for example, post a lot, but I rarely post photos or videos of myself. But you can't not post and have impact. Yeah, okay, I like that. It's not necessarily about selfie gate, is it? And I think it's just about showing up, and it's about getting in the trenches with people. One of the best things that you can do is just answer questions that people have. Marion says, I got over this kind of thing by thinking about the absolute worst possible outcome of doing the thing. And if you can come to terms with that and be okay, then go do the thing, because it will never be that bad. Yeah, so we're just getting ready to be ready most of the time, aren't we? And then we go. I stole that from Abraham Hicks and did not make that up myself. Oh,
okay.
And this
you
is
not need to like credit that, but
why not? Okay, next question then. How do I know if I'm being magnetic or just annoying?
I don't think there's a difference. Like a magnet has two poles.
Yeah. How can you be attractive if you're not repelling someone?
Yeah. The more attractive you are, the more repelling you're being. Like, I mean, Bonnie Blue, great example. She's attracting quite a lot of people, but also really pissing a lot of people off. Not that that's what you need to aspire to. I'm just talking about the polarization.
Very, very strange example of.
Yeah. Okay. Who else? Well, Gary Vaynerchuk. Like he's very like he's Marmite. We love Marmite works. People like you or they don't like you, and the more like So I don't think there's a difference between magnetic or annoying.
Yeah. I think as well, like I remember when I launched Rebellious Business Network, I had people turn up to the events going, Cordelia, I just needed to see what all the noise was about. And that for me was a really good indication that I was getting loud enough. I say be annoying and put yourself out there in a loud way. Like stop trying to like to what's it called? I can't find the rest of that sentence. It's gone. But
stop trying to do the thing. I know what you mean. Like, please, like, just go get out there. I think we should share the complaints that we get from the Rebellious Business Network. Like what was someone that I got?
I had one guy that had a go at me. He told me I was too circumficient. Circumficient is that word?
Oh yeah.
I'm too loud. I'm too loud as well. Too loud. Too circumficient. I don't even know what that word is.
Yeah, there was like we need to definitely get Jason. We need to get a list of complaints we get from like people, and it's like and some of the entitlement as well. It's like you guys need to change it for this. I'm like,
oh yeah, someone said that they didn't like the way you said something to me because they felt like it belittled me live or whatever. And it's just our dynamic of how we talk to each other. So look, here's the thing, right, as well. When there's two characters come together, well, I definitely repel a load of people, but I bring a load of people closer. Caroline will do the same thing, but there'll be some people that I bring closer that are repelled by Caroline, and some people that Caroline bring closer repelled by me. So we've got an even smaller pool, like, in that sense. But it's great because, that we're not looking to attract all of the people. We don't want all of the people. We want people to come into our world that we're going to connect with. And high chance, if they connect with us, we're going to connect with them. And do you know what that makes? A really cool client base. The kind of client base that you actually want to hang out with and spend time with. And I would say that we have got that.
Yeah, for sure.
When I received that comment from that guy, I was like, great, thank you for your feedback. I won't be changing who I am, but you can go find someone else, because I'm not going to change who I am to accommodate for you. Over accommodating, that was what I was looking for earlier. I'm not going to over accommodate to change because what I'll do is I'll change who I am to accommodate for him. And I'll turn off the people that I actually like.
Yeah, like when that woman complained about me, like I had to have like we had to have a real conversation, because I was like, I don't really care about what this person thinks, but how do you feel about what, like, do you feel like I'm doing this? And you're like, no, I don't think so. I just don't want to do it. And I'm like, but that appears that way to her. But like, I don't think other people, like, I would never want to make you feel uncomfortable, but we have to kind of bounce off each other, and sometimes one person goes too far and over talks and and the other person needs to come in. And so I think it's like when you were presenting, I sort of like was cutting in sometimes. She's like, I hate how Caroline butts in, and you're like, well, she's my buffer. Like that's the point. It's like to sort of like moderate things. And I was like, if you feel that I'm cutting, I don't care, not that I don't care about other people's opinions. I want to make people feel happy, but I can't. But if that resonates with you, that you're like, actually, yeah, what she's saying feels relevant to me. And that's what we had to have the conversation about. And I was like, and you were like, no, I don't feel that way. And I was like, oh, good, I'll carry on butting in then.
Yeah, I think we bounce off each other really nicely, but there will be some people. And I think as well, like we went through a period where Rebellious Business was me, and then it was us. And there were a lot of people that found that transition quite difficult, because they were like, oh, this is different now. This isn't the same as what it was. And so but you can't please all of the people all of the time, and nor should you. But what you need to do is you need to know who you are and stay like strong to that, and be like, this is who I am and this is how I'm showing up. Because what you're doing is you're putting yourself out there in order to let the people that you would connect with really well identify you and connect with you and click with you. And what that does is it brings an audience forward of people that you get on with, that you really like. There'll be the odd person there that you don't like. It's going to happen. But the majority of people you will really like. And that's just the beauty of it. I think the line is authenticity. And I hate to say it, and it's a cliche and it's the overused word because it's so needed and it's so important. But the worst thing that anybody can do is be fake and, just fake it. Fake your personality, or fake your likes and dislikes, fake your successes, fake it, fake it, fake it. Because what you're going to do is you're going to, okay, maybe attract a crowd, but they're not necessarily going to be the kind of people that you really like connect with and get on with. And there isn't any substance to that. It's just a load of fakery. And there's definitely so much fake bullshit out there in this world. One of my issues with this topic, like this main character energy, is sometimes I just smell a fish. I smell a fish, and I'm just like, that is not. It's like you were saying with the fake followers. It's like, it's not authentic. It's not real. Like, it's just bullshit. And I think if it's bullshit, then it's like, I can't get on board with it, and I'm not in. And what I know about the Rebels is that they are people that want to make a difference. And if you put yourself out there in an authentic way, and you're not faking it, and it's not loads of smoke and mirrors, like, you're just going to attract people that connect with you for the right reasons, and you're going to build an audience around yourself of people that are really cool in your opinion, because that's subjective.
I also think as well, like, one of the things about us doing this show as well is that we're very, do you know what, it's hard, we're an hour talking. You can't really hide when you're talking to a friend for an hour, right? Like, you can't put stuff on, like, you just cannot be fake for that long. Like, sometimes I'll say things, I'm like, oh, Caroline, you've really revealed yourself now. Like, some things that I say to you, especially on the show, I would be like, it's revealing who I actually am. Like, I probably wouldn't make a post or whatever. I'd be squeamish about it. But if someone's willing to, like, get on a show and just talk and explore topics and explore ideas and explore questions, you kind of know, like, this is who they are. And I mean, I don't know where I was going with that, but, like, I think that's really important. It's like, authenticity isn't about it's just, I think it's about, like, just putting yourself in a space where the true you will show up. I really recommend that for people, like, and especially if you're in a dynamic with someone else as well. I find, like, I don't feel so much like I'm performing when we do the show. It's so hard creating content. I hate talking to a camera. I'm talking right now to Cordelia, my best friend, and I'm obviously conscious that I have a show and that I have to be appropriate, and there's people watching, and I'm replying to comments, but ultimately I'm having a conversation with you. And so the real me is coming out, and I know the real you is coming out. And that's what I think people like, is that they like our dynamic and they can see us, who we are together. And I think that's one of the things I really wanted to achieve with the show, is that I was like, I want people to see who we are together, because as a duo, we are so strong and we've got such a good relationship, and it's a real relationship as well. Like, we have, like, ups and downs. We have amazing times. We have, like, really difficult times. We're there for each other. We really piss each other off sometimes. Like, those are things that are really important. And I think that the authenticity shines through there. That's my 2 cents there. I was kind of like jumping in the comments, and I was like, right, I'm going to get in. I'm going to talk about what I think authenticity is.
Well, on the topic of that, what would you say to someone who said, everyone talks about being authentic, but what if my real personality is introverted or shy or awkward?
Oh dear, you buggered then, didn't you? No, I'm joking. Do you know what though? I love awkward people. Like, it just depends who you are. Like, and
I think you just do that more.
Huh?
I think you just do that. Like, you just do that.
Yeah.
You just do that loud. It's like,
I met once. I went on a social, like, when I lived in Bristol, I went to meet people. So I went on this meetup thing, and I met this guy, and he definitely, like, he wasn't smooth. That's how I'd put it. And there was, like, and he had a very, I think he struggled with, like, nuanced connection and stuff like that. But he told me, he's like, he had an obsession with Thomas the Tank Engine, like, absolutely obsessed about it. He created a channel just going on about his obsession with Thomas Tank Engine, and he had, like, 100,000 subscribers. Like, when he was talking to me about it, I was like, okay, yeah. And then he showed me his channel. I was like, wow, there are a lot of people that care about.
Right, this is it.
They care about your obsession with Thomas the Tank Engine. like I do not remember the channel,
But
but
that's it. Like I really agree with that. I think that it's like Andy Dobson saying, own your awkward.
Yeah.
The whole point is, if you're shy, be shy. If you're quiet, be quiet. If you're sweary, be sweary. Like, we've got rebels who are speaking really quiet. They should do shows where they speak like this, and they'll attract people that want to listen to people. There's so many people out there that can't listen to me and Caroline because we're all over the place. We're really loud. We're chaotic, and they just can't deal with it. Like, fine, go to someone who is really like thinks in flipping, I don't know, like, he's just a lot more well kind of presented in that way. You're going to attract the kind of people that need that want that. There is definitely somebody for everybody, right? We say that about romance. It's the same with an audience. There's so many niche audiences out there, and things like the Thomas the Tank Engine audience is such a good example. So yeah, it's about, I would say it's about,
even Thomas the Tank Engine. It was him about Thomas the Tank Engine. Like, people weren't there to learn more about Thomas the Tank Engine. Well, some of them probably were, but it was about his opinion on Thomas the Tank Engine and all the little bits. It's like so I'm weird, right? So I'll watch a trial. Like, I love a good trial, like Karen Reed trial. Watched it, loved it. I watched the Menendez brothers trial. I watched the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. I didn't watch the Diddy trial because it wasn't televised. I will be watching. I'm into the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni stuff. Into that. Like, the Luigi Mangione. Anyway, point being, I'm getting really carried away with this. I will watch someone stream the trial and talk about the trial. So I'm watching someone talking about the trial that's happening rather than just watching it. I want to get involved with someone's opinion. Like, I don't know why I care about their opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to hear, and I'll listen to different people stream it, and they'll pause it and they'll talk about it, and I'm like, yeah, I just want to know about it. I want to know about your opinion of this trial.
So we had one of the people that worked on the Gogglebox set on our show once, didn't we? And it's like, that's another fascinating thing. It's like, we're watching people watch TV, you know, and they were not even watching them talk about what they're watching. We were just watching them watch TV. I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Last question then. Do I need to be main character to get clients?
Well, you don't want to send them off to someone else. One other thing I do think is important. I think that's important, yeah, because I think we had a question recently where I said, we talk about on the NABA Client Challenge. I remember one person came forwards and I said, I can't remember exactly what I asked them, but basically the outcome was that she is like, on the sales call, she would find out if her solution was relevant to their business problem, and if it wasn't, she'd refer them to someone else. And I was like, yeah, but why would you do that? Like, no, you want to get people that are all about you on sales calls. So yeah, I think, like, when it comes to like doing business, obviously networking is different. That's about building relationships. We're reciprocal creatures, but in terms of sales, in terms of business, you got to own that. You've got to be the main character, but you don't need to record yourself. And
I think it's just about being authentic, isn't it? So, like, I would say in business, it looks like showing up consistently on social media as yourself and not hiding behind logos and stock images, letting people get to know who you are. It's speaking about what you believe in, because when you do that and you share your opinion, you attract people in who believe what you believe, rather than, you know, just people that are a bit lukewarm. You're going to actually create a movement or build an actual following. And you want to really be representing yourself as an authority and someone who's got credibility and someone who is a leader that can help your ideal clients to get out of the problem that they're in, no matter what that problem is. And the only way you can really demonstrate that is by showing up and being yourself. And do you know what? If you don't want to do it, there's someone else that's going to do it, and they'll just take your clients.
Yeah, we've got an email that goes out, which is, could have been love.
Could have been love.
Could have been love. It could have been love, but you've handed it over. You got to, the whole email, the could have been love email is all about being main character energy.
Yeah.
It could have been love, but where were you when I needed you? I know it's a very manipulative email, guys. I'm sorry if you've received it.
It's fun.
I know. We do have complaints about that as well.
So fun.
That's our most complained about email. By most complaints, I mean like 4 over like.
Yeah, we had someone email about, why are you lying to me? I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a very black and white person, aren't you? Like that was, we weren't lying, we were playing, we were being playful. But fine.
We have a role play email basically where we pretend to be your lost client, which is maybe a bit mean, but and some people do not like that. It's like, okay. But also again, just unsubscribe.
And it does get conversions, which is why we haven't deleted it. We don't delete something that works because someone complained.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless we realise it was actually offensive, but it's not. So yeah. But yeah, so anyway, there we go. And I think if just leaving with this, like if it feels uncomfortable to show up as you and to really own who you are on social media and be that main character, not in a narcissistic way, but in a healthy, connecting with my audience, showing up to support them, representing my business so that people can connect with me way, just know that it's a journey. It's a journey. And that journey is the biggest, most powerfulest personal development journey that you'll ever go on is entrepreneurship. And you are going to go on that journey and it is going to be incredible. And it is going to change your life piece by piece.
Yeah.
Be a completely different person in 5 years to what you are now because of that journey. And now we've got a lot of rebels here that can vouch for that and say, yep, I agree. I'm on that journey too. And it has been life-changing for me. It's an amazing journey. Just know that you are good enough and you can put yourself out there without being judged. And the ones that judge you aren't worth having anyway. And there we have it. That is another Rebellious Business Show. And I've been Cordelia and this has been Caroline. And we need to wrap this because I've got a client call that started 3 minutes ago that I need to jump on.
All right.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.